everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mayo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And I decided that for today's video, which is answering all of your questions, some of them about print on demand, some of them about marketing, different platforms, different products, and a lot of them are very personal, I decided to film this video from my balcony. It's been 1 year that I've been in Bansko, Bulgaria, and I still can't get used to the fact that this is my view. That this is where I live. So I thought it would be kind of nice to do this video from here, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it, even though I don't have my usual print on demand background of my living room. But I think this is also a really nice setup for a video, don't you? So it was about 2 weeks ago, I think, that I posted this Google form on my channel where you can submit your questions about print on demand, printables, selling on Etsy, selling on RedBubble, selling on anywhere. And to my surprise, there were not a lot of questions about printables. So little that, in fact, they didn't make the video. So sorry, guys. I wish I could answer you guys personally, but no one left details because it was anonymous. Maybe I'll make a separate video just about printables. So this video is going to be about print on demand and about myself, and I really thought it would be nice to be in my natural habitat. So I wrote some of your questions down. I'm sorry in advance that I'm not going to be able to answer all of them. It's just that it was literally impossible. I would have to have 4 hours if I wanted to answer all of them. So I tried dividing it by categories like print on demand, or questions about the channel, or requests that you guys have about certain content that you want to see, as well as questions about me and my journey. And you know what? Instead of just babbling, I'm just going to get started. Okay, 1. I'm very confused about the niche for my t-shirt print on demand line. How do I narrow down instead of creating whatever comes to mind? Okay, that was a big problem with me. A big problem, especially when I first started the channel and I was just uploading a bunch of random stuff to Redbubble because I was doing tutorials. But I think that, first of all, if you're doing your own print on demand line on your own store, then yes, it's really a lot more important to be niche down than, for example, being on Teepublic, and then you have separate niches and stuff like that. I think that you should narrow it down based on 3 different factors. The first being designability, if you're more comfortable designing for a certain niche. Second should be whatever you see yourself marketing better, if you understand the audience for that specific niche. And third, overall, oh my god, it's really windy today. And third, overall, would probably be what you're more connected to, because when we have to design something long-term, when we have to market it long-term, it can get boring a little bit and repetitive, and it's important that this will be a topic that you really like. I think that another thing that can help you out, so let's say that you have your own print on demand line on Shopify or with Etsy or with WooCommerce, and you only have one niche. So pick out the niche, but for your other ideas, dump them on Redbubble, on Teepublic, on, these other platforms, so you can still have a way out for your creativity for other topics. I really hope that the wind is going to come down because I don't want to go back inside. I really like my view from here. In any case, next question. I would really like it if you did a list of available print on demand platforms with notes about what they are best for. Which platform does the best mugs, t-shirts, posters, puzzles in terms of price, print quality, etc. Okay, when it comes to the best at something, you also have to consider who you want to sell it for. So for example, if I wanted to be selling my puzzles to a European audience, I could never choose Printful because they literally only ship their puzzles to the United States. So I do think that it comes down to your audience. I don't know if I could make a video combining all of these. I don't see much of a difference selling, a mug with $2 less or $2 more, or t-shirts $2 less or $2 more. I think that the best print on demand company for us as individuals would be, after us test ordering the designs that we did, the types of designs that we like, and also the types of fabrics that we like. So for example, I'm wearing a Printful t-shirt here, and I really like that they have the tri-blend. Not all companies have the tri-blend. Not all companies have bikinis. And in terms of mugs, I think I really like Printful mugs. I do also like Society 6 mugs. So if it comes to a marketplace, just choose several and upload to all of them. And if you want to integrate with your own shop, I really recommend testing out yourself with your designs, seeing how fast products come with these suppliers, and even trying to create a support ticket to see how fast they respond. I think that eventually I might make, an overall video including multiple platforms. I was thinking to do that with the puzzles. I'm still trying to figure out how to get a Printful puzzle here and test out more. I will definitely do some comparison ones, but I don't have ones on hand. I'm sorry. Another question. Is it a good idea to place all the different niches, say like patterns, quotes, jokes, in a single store, or it would be good to have separated stores and market them separately? Also, would it be good to start print-on-demand store on different websites like RedBubble, Zazzle, Society6 at the same time? If it's good, also to have the same name. Okay, if you have several niches and several design styles, and you are also talking about several different platforms, and why not, do several stores? I feel like the answer is already there, because if you were saying, hey, I want to do like funny jokes or quotes on t-shirts, yo, Redbubble, Teepublic. If you want to do patterns, it's pretty much like Society6. It's like instant in my mind. But also Zazzle, because Zazzle has like various types of products that you can do and opening different stores. I don't know if I would put them all under the same brand, especially if they're very different, unless you put it under your name. And maybe you could do like, your name and like funny jokes, or your name and quote art, or your name and patterns and stuff like that. I don't think that I have much of advice on like how to do this, because at the end of the day, if you're going to split all of these based on different platforms, you're going to also have to split the marketing. So maybe try and imagine and think, what you can do with marketing for each and every one of these. I do recommend, for example, using TikTok or using Instagram, and especially using Pinterest, and even setting up your own website. And I do think that the majority, like if we're looking at funny quotes, yeah, definitely not as Society6 as patterns. I would definitely put patterns on Society6 and on Zazzle on other items, like they have wrapping paper. They have all of these really awesome products that really look good with patterns, and I would put it there. And the funny jokes and stuff like that, I would keep on the websites that are more designated for t-shirts. We actually did the comparison video. I think it was Zazzle part 2, that comparing like Zazzle, Redbubble, Teepublic, and all of those. I think that video has really good information, because it also goes towards the gender of users using a platform and their age. Maybe that can help you sort this out. Another question, how to get traffic, because I have very low or even inexistent traffic to my Redbubble store and Spreadshirt stores, despite doing the marketing on Pinterest. Okay, one, doing marketing doesn't mean you're doing marketing well or enough. If you are using Pinterest, are you making sure to use Pinterest daily to pin 70% from the platform, from other people, and not from yourself? Are you niched down within your marketing techniques on Pinterest? And also, what kind of pins are you using? Are you just pinning from Redbubble? Because that's really bad. Oh wow, the wind is going to kill me. Pinning from Redbubble is not that good. I mean, Pinterest really likes a specific type and size of pins. There was a full tutorial about Pinterest and Redbubble, so I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm going to leave a link to that one down below. But I'm also thinking about the fact that a lot of people say that their marketing efforts don't work, when in fact the problem is the products. Are your products good? Are your designs good? Are they optimized for multiple items? Are you in the right platform? I don't know what you're selling. So obviously, I wish I could help everybody out with this thing, but whenever you want someone to help you out with your getting traffic or not getting enough traffic, you always have to be specific what it is that you're selling. Are you trying to sell dad jokes with text and it's not working with Pinterest? Are you trying to sell patterns and it's not working with Pinterest? Why are you just using Pinterest? Are you also using Instagram or Facebook? Do you have your own mini site where you send traffic to, or do you only trust, like you only send to Redbubble? I think it's a lot of factors, but it's also looking into your designs and if people actually like them or search for them on Pinterest, and how your Pinterest pins look like. Moving on, I'm going to start Teepublic, but I hear that they block people a lot and never show things on search results. Any advice on that would be nice. Okay, so I heard that too. And in fact, like when I started Teepublic, I was really worried about that. And, I started my Teepublic store, and then it says like, to fill in your name and your social links and your photo and your description. So I did all that, and then I just started uploading and everything was fine. And I think I was searchable after like 2 or 3 days. I remember like going into Teepublic from incognito window and seeing one of my designs. I also know that my designs are searchable since I was literally like designing something, uploading it, and a few hours after it sells. But I do know that from a lot of the people who got suspended, because apparently people text me when they get suspended from Teepublic as if I can help them. I do know that a lot of them didn't actually fill out anything. Like they just opened a profile and flat out went to uploading, designs. And I feel like you guys don't understand something. These programs are trying to fight robots and programs and algorithms and people who just want to spam the platform, and people who want to spam and are not artists are just uploading designs. It's their behavior. And if you are a true artist and you have something that you want to sell, your art, the first thing you're going to do is put in your photo and your description, because you're an artist, and your social link. And I did find a correlation in many times with people getting suspended right away from Teepublic because they just didn't fill out these details at the beginning, just start uploading. Another thing that I heard from people is that, I did have some violations in my store and it got shut down, and then I would open a new one and then it got shut down immediately. Yes, because you're violating their terms of service. If you had one store shut down, you're not allowed to open another one. And if you have problems with that, open something else. If you are nervous about this, follow the steps, follow the rules, do it right. Make sure to keep the original files of your work. Don't just, have Teepublic have everything. Either you're keeping it on your computer or on Canva or on Procreate, wherever you're making them. Make sure to store copies of them. And don't put all your eggs in one basket, because at the end of the day, we don't own our Teepublic store or our RedBubble store or even our Etsy stores. In terms of searchability, I don't know if I got lucky or something. I do know that I ordered some of my stuff at the beginning. Like I flat out would upload a design whenever I want to order it, because it comes into sale mode. When a design goes live, it's like 72-hour sale. And I would literally upload something because I wanted to order it to test it from Teepublic, or because I wanted, to order it from Teepublic for myself, because this was literally a design that I like. And it's really cheap when it has I think it's $13 when it's on the first sale for the t-shirts. So I do think that maybe it helped a bit when I was ordering for myself. I wasn't doing it from any external browser telling people in a different country to order. No, I was doing it flat out for my user, and sometimes right even after uploading. I don't know if that helped. Obviously I didn't do it I didn't spam it. I didn't do 25 of those, and I didn't do it for every product, but I do know that my products are searchable. I don't know why. I do know that I'm bringing my traffic in. I did some work with Pinterest. I did some work with some groups and stuff like that. So maybe that's why. I really don't know. And in any case, I also heard that people who had problem with this just turned into Teepublic, because talk to them, because I literally have no control on their search engine. So I hope that helps. I feel like I'm really not helpful today. Okay, is it possible to have Zazzle send printed products directly to customers for an Etsy store? Okay, you can put your products from Zazzle, like the image of it and the description, on Etsy. And if a sale is being made, go to Zazzle and make the order and ship it to your buyer. But that buyer is going to get a package from Zazzle. Oh, we have trucks here now. Oh. That buyer is going to get a package from Zazzle. It's going to be Zazzle branded all over it. So it's physically possible, but I wouldn't recommend doing it, especially if you're doing it from your Etsy store. Why not just, do it from your Zazzle store? If I want to upload to multiple sites, mainly Society6 and RedBubble for now, but may go to other sites too eventually, what are the best file resolutions to maximize the number of products I can put my artwork on? Both patterns and illustrations, iPad Pro, mainly using Procreate. I also have Clip Studio Paint too, if that matters. Okay, so I literally have a tutorial on how I take patterns using Clip Studio Paint and make them larger for 16,000 by 16,000 pixels, which is pretty much covering everything on Society6. With Redbubble, I found that 5,000 by 5,000 for a seamless pattern pretty much covers everything, because they do have the repeat option. And to go with something like a 2x3, I don't know if a 2x3, but 5,000 by 3,500 for wall art, or vice versa, because the wall art is also for the postcards. I do most of my work by 7,000 by 7,000 on Procreate at the end of the day if it's not a seamless pattern. And I think that there was also a size that I was looking into with notebooks for Society6, so it will be flipped to the side. I don't have all the answers to tell you right now. I do know that one of the things I'm going to do in the month of June is fully work on how I'm making it faster for me to upload to Society6 and Zazzle. That will include a long file for all the sizes that I would need. So I don't know to tell you now. This is literally research that I'm doing myself, but I can promise that whenever I do it for myself, I'm going to share it with you guys, and I hope that helps. Hey, I just wonder how affiliate program works with Society6 when using it with your own store. Okay, so if you affiliate your own store, and let's say I affiliated some pillow from my store and someone bought it, I will see my commission for that pillow on my Society 6 earnings, as well as on my affiliate earnings. But if someone bought from someone else, I will see just an affiliate commission on the affiliate one. So basically works on double. That's why I really like them. Moving on to the next question. Please make a detailed marketing video. Blogging. There were several blogging videos here. If you want, if the person who's watching this, who wrote this question, please make a digital marketing video. Blogging. If you want to be more specific on marketing what in a blog, of what kind, I would be happy to make a video about that. I just, you know, do you want like a print on demand on Redbubble marketing blogging with a home decor blog, or are you more into patterns on my own Shopify store kind of blog marketing? So I would love a bit more, I don't know, reference to that. I have a lot of ideas for planners and calendars. Where should I look to sell them if I have no audience? And would you suggest Pinterest marketing for them as well? Okay, first of all, I would suggest Pinterest marketing to everybody. Pinterest is literally like the Google of photos. So I would suggest it to everyone. And I think that if you're talking about planners and calendars, I don't know if you have the inserts. So if you have the inserts for planners, maybe Amazon KDP, and also selling them as printables on Etsy. You can also check out Blurb for print-on-demand planners. Calendars, there are so many people who sell them, but I would also check out Zazzle for those. I think you could also do like planner pages on Zazzle. Like check that they have, because they do have those 8.5 by 11 inch and even A4 paper sheets that you can literally make like a weekly planner and people can order 10. Stuff like that. I really think that that would be a really good idea. For printables, either Etsy or go with your own Shopify or PayHip store. And for print on demand, Zazzle definitely would be a win for that. Blurb and KDP. Another question. For traditional pen and paper artists like me, how would you suggest getting into the digital world of art and print on demand? Also, would you suggest, okay, also I'll move on later, but okay, answering the pen and paper artist question. For me, it was easiest when I started just taking a photo of what I drew and then uploading it to my computer. I was using Clip Studio Paint back then, but also the same now with Procreate. I find that it really helps me out because sometimes I get this like blockage that I can't just do Procreate, like just design on the platform by itself. Now it's kind of better. I can use the software to just start drawing something, but I always found that drawing on paper, I feel more accurate with myself, I guess. So just doing the rough sketches on paper and then taking a photo of it and then trying to sketch on top of it digitized, like in a digital software. I have promised to make a video about that. And I did not make a video about that. I was looking into getting some better equipment to film my iPad, and I am putting it on my video list. I'm sorry, but there will be a video on that soon. If you guys can comment, do you prefer digitizing with Clip Studio Paint or with Procreate? Please comment down below. The second question relating to that was also, would you suggest starting different passive income streams like print on demand and KDP at the same time? Yes. Not just yes, but also it depends on your time. I mean, if you have like 1 hour a week to invest in those, choose one. But if you have multiple ideas and you're creative in multiple ways and you want to invest your time in several platforms and you do have the time to invest in several platforms, why not? The more the merrier. Okay. How to convert your physical drawing into digital, steps, tools, etc. Do you have a video on that? No, I don't have a video on that. I think I just talked about this, so I will make a video about that. I'm sorry. Help me out, guys, with the tools, Procreate or Clip Studio Paint. What do you guys say? There's so much noise here, relatively to me being living in nature. Why haven't you made a video on the Etsy SEO change? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Etsy did a change to their SEO within the listings, and from now on, the description of the listing should include SEO keywords. The reason why I have not made a video about that is because for the past 5 years that I've been working with Etsy clients, every client that I set up a store for, I told them, and I did that myself, the keywords inside the description, because coming from Google SEO, your listing on Etsy is a page on the web, and a page on the web is title, tags for the photo, tags by itself, category, and SEO keywords within the description. I even mentioned it in my Etsy videos. So I've been saying to clients for 5 years and for you guys for 1.5 years to always make the description include SEO keywords. And that's why I have not made a video specifically about this change, because that change has no meaning to me or to any of my clients from the past few years. I'm not getting any sales from my Etsy shop. How to market it if I don't use social media? What other vendors beside, okay, this is a different question. Okay, so for Etsy, how to market something other than social media. I don't know what you're selling or how. Some people market in a newspaper, in a local newspaper. Obviously, I don't think that this will work for something like Etsy because, you know, it's their shop, not yours. But yeah, social media. Blogging about this, Pinterest to YouTube. I really don't know how to market something without using social media. I don't recommend you putting Google ads, like paying money for ads on Google. So yeah, social media would be the best. And if you don't like social media as much, check out Pinterest tutorials. It's the least, I think, active or engaging social media. You don't have to be out there all the time, like be yourself and film in this. It's relatively easy. The continuance of that question was, what other vendors beside Printful and Printify should I be looking at? What other platforms beside Etsy for Print on Demand? I haven't watched all your videos yet, so I don't know if you covered that. Okay, Print on Demand. If you're talking about Printful, Printify, we have Guten, we have Awkward Styles, we have Gelato, we have a million other suppliers that I can't really think about right now. And what you should be looking at is product quality, product availability to the audience eventually that you're going to be selling it to, product pricing, shipping costs, shipping times, production times, and then go over all of these, make lists based on the product that you want to sell, and think to yourself, you know, okay, I'm going to have this budget, I'm going to test order from some of these. I do know, like for Printful, for example, you have 3 test orders a month that you can do with 20% discount. You also have like several discounts. You can check the description down below, have some discounts for some vendors. And the thing is that I can recommend who to integrate it with, but at the end of the day, if you chose a platform that doesn't integrate, for example, with Squarespace, don't open a shop on Squarespace. My biggest 3 would be Etsy as a marketplace, your own Shopify store, and your own store on WordPress. I do not like Wix at all, and I don't know much about any other stuff. I don't know much about like selling on Amazon. So I wouldn't know, but I do know that a lot of other YouTubers are doing like print on demand on Amazon, even though on Amazon you pretty much competing with like the merch prices. So I would not really recommend that. Moving on, if you want to try multiple niches on Etsy, but you only have 2 shops that are allowed, what can you do? Well, you can only open 2 shops. That's the rules of the platform, and that's what you should be doing. I feel like people think that I can change somehow the world, but yeah. Moving on to a bit more personal questions or questions about my business. I want to know about you, that when you started your print on demand business, then and how many days did you get your first sale? How did you use to promote your print on demand designs, Pinterest or Facebook or anything else? Okay, there were so many videos on that. I started with Redbubble. Oh, I started with Society 6. Whoa. I don't even remember that time. I was really sick. There were several videos on how I started with print on demand, and also videos on how I market it, and I market it very differently. I remember there were there were 3 things I think that really helped me out with my Redbubble store. The first was I made connections with some people who have boutique shops in LA, in Miami, and in Hawaii who wanted to sell very unique dresses, and I sort of sent them a link to my mahjong dress on Redbubble, and then they asked me to make it in multiple colors, and I did. So that was like a repeat buyer. I also remember seeing like people looking for thank you stickers. I just made a pack, like a bunch of packs on them on Redbubble, and posted the link there, like to someone asking that on a Facebook group. And I also ran a website for 6-7 years, which is a blog that had over 3,000 articles. And in each article in the sidebar was my penguin socks from Redbubble and my mahjong mug and other stuff. So I would say blogging and direct links to people who are interested in something. I had a lot more about that. I will leave the link to, I think it was I think I did like a video on how I market. I also did a video on like the things I don't sell, like that I know that a lot of people sell on Redbubble, because like I was 4 years on Redbubble before I actually sold a t-shirt. So I will leave a link to that video down below as well. As an artist, do you find you work in a bit of a bubble? Are you isolated, or do you have like-minded friends you can gain inspiration from and inspire in return? Okay, I'm gonna break this down to questions. As an artist, I don't see myself as an artist yet. I find myself a lot of time in a bubble. First of all, I work from home, and I can only work alone. Like some people work from a co-working space. I can only work alone because, you know, I'm talking and I need quiet, and then I'm editing. Even with my art, sometimes I feel like I'm also isolated because I'm different. A lot of the people who come here to Bansko are travelers, and they're like, "Hi, do you want to go hiking?" I can't. Like, I broke my spine a million times, my coccyx bone, my knees, my shoulders. I'm really sick. So I felt like in times that isolated me a little bit. But I do have like-minded friends. I don't know if you've seen Kristy on this channel multiple times and multiple videos. One of the people that really does inspire me, I think, the most with trying new stuff. She also has, not every week, but several times a month, or, you know, several times in a year, that I get to go to like an art class where we just sit and paint together. And I don't find it isolating. I mean, recently I've just been doodling and painting around the house while Misha and I watch Bachelor in Paradise. Guilty pleasure, I know. I hope that answered your question. How are you managing all of these accounts on different platforms? Like, how do you schedule and organize them? And do you do your marketing on your own? So first of all, I have received over 20 questions about how do I organize my time. And for that, I have one answer: horribly. Shiny new thing syndrome, feeling really bad all day, wanting to throw up, feeling sick, uninspired, tired, and then going like at like 3 o'clock. I was like, oh, dang. I have it live at 7. I haven't even recorded it yet. Waking up really early, like for example, a few days ago, I woke up really early and I was just like, you know, working on my Teepublic store at like 6 o'clock in the morning with my coffee. My organization is so bad. I feel like I'm sort of leading up to something that will be talked about in this channel later on, like in the beginning of June. That I might take a small break to really figure out my organization and launch my new project, because I have not had the time. My organization is bad. Notebooks and notebooks and notebooks and planners. There is the free planner. It took me like 2 weeks to fill it out myself. So I horribly manage my time. I schedule like for YouTube, like I sit down in advance and I write down what I want to have on every day. So that's kind of scheduled, and for the rest, not really. I feel like I keep on pushing it to the point where I would have time to work on it, and then I sort of work on it in gaps of other stuff that I'm doing or whenever I'm not filming. And I feel like I'm the most unorganized person when it comes to this. So when I get, if I manage to find a system to get myself organized, I'm pretty sure everybody can get organized. Also, like with my medical condition, a lot of times you can't really, you know, get organized because you can't really do something at that point. Do I do all my marketing on my own? Okay, YouTube has no marketing. I have some Pinterest for Teepublic, several accounts, and I'm looking into hiring someone to do this. I'm such a control freak, and I really have a lot of trust issues. So I'm looking into maybe hiring someone that I know, possibly someone that lives here in Bansko with a laptop that wants to learn a little bit. So I am looking to help me with marketing. Next question. Is this your sole income or supplement? I really need an affirmation that I can quit my job and do this instead. Okay, I don't know what you mean by this. Do you mean print on demand? Do you mean printables? Do you mean YouTube? Building websites, blogging, SEO, graphic design, illustration? My income is currently from YouTube, print on demand, different platforms, clients at some points, like to build a website to someone, to build a shop to someone, that I still take on clients that I had in the past. Making classes for Creative Fabrica. I mentioned this in the past, that the classes I do for them, I don't earn money for the amount of people who watch them. My deal with them is paid per class, and we will have more classes for Creative Fabrica soon, a lot more. I'm actually kind of excited. It was weird for me to do this collaboration, but going back like to one of the previous questions, I think that one of the first people that I called when I got an offer from Creative Fabrica was Kristy, because I've never done a class before, like something that is cut like a class. And I wanted her opinion because she knows me. So yes, I do have people to bounce ideas off of, and I do have multiple streams of income. I also make money from affiliate marketing, whether it's here on this channel or still with some blogs that I used to have that still have affiliate marketing links to Etsy, for example. By the way, If you like this video and found this content useful in any way, please hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to my channel, because it really does make me happy every single time you guys subscribe or like one of my videos. As much as for affirmation that you can really quit your job, I think that there was a video that I think it was recent. 3 people that I know who make money full-time, like full-time income from print on demand, that I met throughout my time here in Bansko. And the first thing that was said in that video, can you make like full-time living from print on demand, is what is your full-time? I mean, if you quit your job, is that $3,000, $4,000 a month that you are losing, or is that 800? I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. I just really don't know where you're from or what your job. So that is also a factor here. And I think that it all depends on how much time do we have to make something work. Because, you know, if someone has a very hectic lifestyle, I remember when I had to start my business right on, when I lost my job, when I started with PTSD, I had to start a business and make money now. I was in Israel, I was paying my own rent, I was paying medical bills, everything was really expensive. And there was like, I literally moved to Romania to get some air to breathe financially. And I do know people who do that. But also, again, some people, you know, save money for a few months so that they can have several months where they will build a passive income stream. I do also know people who, while opening a second income stream, not print on demand, because otherwise I would have said it in that video. But for example, affiliate marketing, I know a friend of mine who, I think it was like, oh, shoot, that was like 7 years ago or something like that. I was, no, even more, I was still employed. A friend of mine took a 2 months vacation from work. Most of this was paid days because she was working a lot before that. She took basically 2 months to start an affiliate marketing business, and then carried on with that job for several months until that started making her income. So I really don't want to say anything that can hurt you, because, you know, hey, quit your job, make a lot of money from day one, and then end up starving. Or if your job makes you a lot of money and you don't spend a lot of money now, and you've saved for a lot of time, and you already have a lot of things planned out, and you know everything about marketing, yeah, just quit your job and give it a shot. Also, how hard it is for you to find a job. Like, I don't mean to sound condescending, but in Israel, when I lost my job, or when I would quit my job in the media industry, it would be, I would quit my job, go downstairs to have lunch, and get 7 job offers on the way. So it's also a matter of how easy for you it will be to find another job in your area, in your city, whether it's online or not. All of these are factors that only you can answer. And I don't know who sent me this, but if you want to DM me on Instagram and say, hey, I'm the person who asked about the full-time thing, I would be happy to, you know, get to know you a bit better and maybe give you a better answer. What YouTubers do you watch? Okay, so I one of the reasons why I have my computer here, so I can open up everybody that I follow on YouTube. Okay, so let's start with people you might know. So Paul Marles, I started watching him because a lot of you guys recommended. He does KDP videos, and I'm really into starting KDP. Alonzo Larone, he does the stupid people on the internet videos. I'm addicted to that. I follow Ecom King, even though I don't do dropshipping. Sometimes I really like to watch his trend videos. I really like to hear him speak. I don't know why. Johnny FD, one of my favorite digital nomad bloggers. I've been following him since 2016. I think he used to do dropshipping, and then videos about traveling to different places. I think it was also him, and also Kristen. I forgot her last name. I Travel with Kristen. That's her channel. So those are the people that I watch, like making videos about Bansko. So they're pretty much why I'm here. And now he's doing a lot of videos about Ukraine. He was living in Ukraine when everything started, so he's doing a lot of videos on that. Nikki Poshin, which is a Russian YouTuber that talks about what's going on in Russia. I'm also following him. Detour Shorts, which I'm pretty sure all of you know. I don't think we need any introduction for Juna. Dari Step, also Russian YouTuber. She's currently in Turkey, so that's kind of nice. I was watching some of her vlogs to check out, you know, prices in Turkey, how things are going on in there. Channel Makers by Nate. This is a channel for YouTubers. I really like his content. Aurelius Tajin, I'm really not sure how to pronounce his name. He has really good videos about like different softwares to use, tips for freelancers. I think a lot of you guys know him. Canva tutorials. Ellie from Russia, another Russian YouTuber. Psycho Traveler, which is Ellie. She's not been updating much, but also like travel videos, even though it's not really that much. Life of Boris, for those of you who like the good old-fashioned Slavic laughter. Sergio Sala, one of my first, I think, nomadic friends that I met back in Chiang Mai in 2008 and 16. He didn't have a channel then. He had a blog in Spanish, which sometimes I would translate. And he opened a YouTube channel, and I literally saw that because we're having the Bansko Nomad Fest here at the end of June. And he was coming to lecture about YouTube, and I'm like, since when is he doing YouTube? So I've been following him. He did some like a very interesting video recently about Buenos Aires that I want to check out. It's sort of like, you know, the videos on how to live in different places while you work online. Michelle Kenway, physical physiotherapist that I follow mostly since my coccyx injury. She has a lot of good tips on, you know, how to move, how to sleep, how to breathe, how to exercise, how to relax, and what to eat with various orthopedic conditions. I'm also following Learn with Shopify, Design with Canva, the Creative Studio, Danegger and Stacy, also a couple who travels. I'm also following Catherine Manning, who does some videos about YouTube, even though recently all her videos are about buying a house. Pi Mike, an Italian friend of mine that had a YouTube channel about coding Python in Italian. Sometimes I just put it in the background because I just love his accent. I don't understand a word of it. And Michele, if you're ever watching this, I love you, man, so much. I also follow Bardo Brush, Let's Draw with BG. I forgot, I can't really see the full name here. And a lot of other people who do like tutorials for Procreate, Art by Melody. We have here Art with Flow, iPad lettering, Siakula, Wooly Pronto. I also follow Water Magic. It's I think he's Russian. He basically does like diving into a pool. It's very funny. I really like watching it. The Voice of North Korea. Free. FRII info. It's a girl who moved to Portugal, so she had some videos about that, and I was really interested in that because I was thinking about, I don't remember if it was Portugal or Spain, honestly, but we're really considering this for the winter, so I think I follow a lot of people who do that. Anna D, a friend of mine from Romania that has some really cool songs on her YouTube channel, Lost LeBlanc. Freddy Corpre, I don't know how to say his last name, but he does some really cool tutorials. I follow Oberlo, believe it or not, and James Beatty. I really like his energy. There are several others, but these are the top ones that I follow. Coming back to your questions, I heard you want to start KDP. How does the new change in their platform affect you? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, KDP, Amazon decided that for low content books, there is no longer an ISBN number. That doesn't affect me at all because I wasn't going to sell low content books. I was either going to sell full-on novels that I write or sell coloring books, which are not under this category. Or to sell actual workbooks. So they're not under this category. So this does not affect me at all. Out of all items that you have from suppliers, which are your top ones that you actually use daily? Oh, wow. Okay. Hello. My, my puzzle pants, this t-shirt. Pretty much every t-shirt that I got, I think I'm using. We are sleeping in our yoicle sheets. Towels and laptop case and all my bags. I think I'm using almost everything, and our entire apartment looks like a dump of print-on-demand pillows and items. So I'm using pretty much everything. Do you still draw paint by hand or only digitally? I think I do a lot of manual painting. I think yesterday, I think I get into these like bursts of like I suddenly sit on the floor and I started doing like Misho comes home and he finds me with like 7 canvases. Just doing abstract art. I'm really into like painting. Maybe let me see if I can get some of these things. This balcony is really small and we have a barbecue here, so I'm watching out. Okay, so this is from the last few days. This one I did yesterday, actually. It's me and Misho. Also this one. I'm really into the cubistic thing, obviously, as you can see. And this is like my agenda book. So I do still paint by hand pretty much all the time. I doodle to myself. I buy supplies in a shameful pace. Like, I buy art supply every single time we go to Little to buy like groceries. I buy art supply. Do you make your designs in RGB mode on whatever software you're using, or do you use SimRK? RGB. And did you notice any problems with color differences? RedBubble, yes. I'm guessing the socks, not for me, but for socks that I ordered from someone, and also a little bit with the journal. With the rest of the softwares, no. Like the rest of the marketplaces, no. Like I literally found everything to be like super vivid. Even when we were talking about the awkward styles videos, like yeah, everything was RGB. Everything that I do is RGB. So I feel like that's my test. I think maybe I'm just lazy and I don't want to work with CMYK, or I'm just like really used to RGB because I'm coming from the world of media, like marketing online, and the world of web design, not so much design for print in my background. How did you do print on demand greeting cards when shipping is so expensive? I never had a store for print on demand greeting cards. So maybe you got the wrong YouTuber? Are you nervous about the war in Ukraine? You are about as far away as San Diego is from San Francisco. I don't know if that's supposed to be long or not. I would be a bit worried. I'm not asking you to take sides. Just take care. I don't think there is much to take sides because I have a lot of Russian friends. They're all horrified with what's going on. The Russian YouTubers I follow are also horrified of what's going on. Like the first videos they made about this were pretty like I woke up in the morning and I was like, what? Is this like a joke? There are a lot of Ukrainians here in Bansko. We try to help as much as we can. Am I worried? Yes. I think it took me like 3-4 weeks after the war started to get back to sleeping a bit more. I know it's not my war and I know I'm not there. With all my traumas from childhood and from the army, this brought up a lot. And I think I mentioned it in some of the videos, like one of the nights that this just started, there was not really any organization for these things in the borders. I was telling Misha, let's take the van and go. Let's go get them from the border, you know? The thing is that his camper van, like, there are only 2 other places for people other than us. He was like, we will be driving for like 12 hours and you're injured. To what? To take 2 people with us? You can't really take more because it's a border crossing. And put them where? So we found other ways to help and contribute and donate. Does it worry me? Yeah. I still cry about it quite a lot, I guess. It's even comes up in conversation with suppliers and clients. So yeah, I'm worried, but hopefully I don't even know what to say. I mean, the first month we were like, yeah, hopefully this will end soon. I'm really worried. I'm worried because I know that Bulgaria can go either way. Whether it's the Bulgaria who's a member of NATO or the old Bulgaria, because a lot of people here are supporters of that. A lot of the locals don't know better. There was this post office hack a month and a half ago, which everybody says is Russia, but Russia is saying that the Americans hacked the Bulgarians' post office. We stopped getting gas, by the way, from Russia. I don't know. Next question. Would you be interested in using Affinity Photo or Affinity Design with your iPad? Detailing about how much they cost. So I actually bought Affinity Designer for iPad and I spent 5 minutes on it, got a headache, and never opened it again. Moment of truth, right? Are you vegan? No, I'm the opposite of vegan. I have a genetics disease that causes cholesterol deficiency. I literally have to have cholesterol in everything that I eat. And I right now am on my 2nd or 3rd day of trying keto again. So totally not vegan. What lipsticks are you wearing? You always have nice colors. Essence. They're the only ones that I'm not allergic to, which combines me to the next question. What are you allergic to? Okay. Anything with parabens. It's just a lot of stuff. Anything with olive oil. Laundry detergent. Generally strong chemical smells of any kind. Other than nail polish and like hair color. Otherwise I'll be dead by now. What else? I was also allergic to broncholat and mocolate, which are like cough syrups and cough medicine. Apparently, they contain olive oil. So I think it all comes down to that. I'm allergic to avocado oil, but funny bit, I'm not allergic to avocados or to olives. Weird, I know. That's my allergies, I think. I'm also allergic to Voltaren, like injections of Voltaren. Like if I get into an accident, I can't have Voltaren injections. Not that they would help me after all these years. I'm not allowed to get Lorivan, which is a sedative, which for me turns me into the Hulk because my body switches on it. I am sensitive to SSRIs. They cause me permanent brain damage. And I am also allergic to iodine injections. Like when you need to do like mapping or something like that, I just stop breathing. It's a fun world. And the last question for today, what do you think you'll sell good in 2022? And to that, I'll answer to myself and to you guys. What we will sell good in 2022 is what we will put the time in, sit on our ashes, and put the time in, and the work in, and the marketing in, and learn how to sell it. And hopefully it will be my cubism art. Hopefully it will be more Teepublic t-shirts. Hopefully it will be some cool stuff on Zazzle, and hopefully everybody can sell whatever they want. I'll be seeing you guys in 2 days on the 1st of June with everything I've done in May. Have I met my goals for May? And what are my goals for June, as well as the biggest bundle box so far for my birthday month, which is, by the way, I'm getting so many people telling me that I'm a Gemini. I'm not. I'm a Cancer. It's 28th of June. I'm celebrating really early. Like my whole month is for me. I would like to thank everybody who asked questions. I wish I could answer all of them. This is like, I don't know, 10% of them. Sorry. And I really, I might make more videos like this. Please let me know if you want me to make like a full on live, maybe, that you can actually ask throughout the live in the live chat. And also please check out, whether it's in a group or on YouTube, I posted in the community tab as well, what times are comfortable for you guys for live chats, because I would really like to get to know all of you and not just some of you. But with that being said, that was it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. And you know what, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you get a breath of fresh air from the Pirin Mountains in Bulgaria. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!